Hello and good afternoon, Xbox Nation. Welcome to this week's new episode of X Vlog Live. I'm your host, Mr. BoomStick XL, and as you can see, I have a new co-host with the co-host for today, as C Money had some family things to take care of. So, of course, C Money will be back next Thursday. But Will the Broke Boy Lewis is hanging out with me for the next 60-ish minutes, ladies and gentlemen. I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit, and and honestly, I was telling Will in the green room, I'm actually a little tired. This has been a week, man. I had multiple physicals to go to. I've done multiple videos, and I've streamed now live 4 times in the last 2 days, and I'm running out of gas. So I just want to play some games, sit on that couch that's right behind me, that's nice and clean, and just chill. But hey, Will, what's going on, brother? We have 3 massive topics to get into. How you feeling, brother? Oh, you're muted, brother.
See, this is why I don't do this often.
Well, how you feeling, man? Welcome to the show.
Doing good, like you. Tired. I got up actually around 6:30 to see the show, and I watched it on C Money's stream earlier. He was awake doing it, watching it. Taking an extended lunch break to do this one, so I already called out and said I may not be back afterwards. I may go to bed.
Nice.
And busy downloading games and trying out a couple new ones that I've got downloaded. So.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Again, speaking of downloading games, there's just so much to play. I talk about this all the time. Not a real world problem, folks. But look, let's jump right into this. First of all, I want to start off with saying a big thank you to everyone for the birthday wishes. I've been getting so many of them that I'm having a hard time keeping up with it. So the community, you're awesome. Definitely appreciate you being here, hanging out with me on my birthday. And of course, hanging out to talk about some of the big news that came out of the Xbox Tokyo Game Show showcase. One of those big pieces of news, of course, was Forza Horizon 6 confirmed not only to be releasing next year, like we talked about earlier this morning, but it is going to be an Xbox and PC exclusive at launch, right? And it's coming out next year. So we got a lot of information in a short amount of time, and we're going to break down the way today's show is going to go. Is we're going to open up talking about TGS and what Xbox had on their stage. I have a couple of highlights for me personally, folks. If you don't hear one of the games mentioned, throw it into the chat. I'll give you a shout out, read it aloud. There were things that I found. I really enjoyed the show, and I enjoyed it because I like JRPGs and I like games that are stylized, and we saw a lot of that at this showcase. And again, I just want to add this piece of context. I know people sometimes like, well, I didn't see any games for me, and folks, listen, I know we all want what we want when we want it, but this is ultimately for Japan. It's for this region of the world and this audience, which is why they cater to them. I'm sure that the Japanese audience, when they're watching, let's say, for instance, the June showcase, they're like, man, I really wish there was more Japanese type games, because Xbox is trying to appeal to a audience here in the States. So again, I very much enjoyed what I had to see, and we're going to break those games down. The one of the topics that I want to get into is a little bit of smoke, and it concerns Mike Ybarra once again. Look, I'm not going to be disrespectful, but he has and continues to suffer from foot and mouth syndrome. I don't understand. I mean, I do understand why he's angry. He was apparently, and again, I'm not trying to, be a jerk about it. He was sent packing twice from Microsoft. Once when he was there at Microsoft, he left and became the president of Blizzard. And then when Microsoft took over, I thought, I said it, I thought he was going to remain at that position. And well, he was, whether he was retired or he retired. They're two. I mean, they have the same word, but they mean two different things. If you are retiring, that means that you are, deciding to leave on your own accord. When you are retired, you are sent packing. And I'm not going to try and speculate on whether that's what happened or not, but he definitely seems pretty scorned, if you want my honest opinion. And the third topic, and we're going to get into this. Maybe I'll even make this the second topic. I got to see how we segue into it. Was the missed opportunity for Xbox to on their stage in front of the world give us a release date and a pre-order date for the ROG Ally. Well, folks, I'm here to tell you we got information that that's happening later this evening. We'll break all of that down. But you know what, Will? Let's start with Tokyo Game Show 2025. Xbox was there in a big way. They had a bunch of games on display. And again, this is just my personal list, folks. So if yours varies, awesome. But some of the highlights for me, obviously, tip of spear is Forza Horizon 6. I mean, what could you say, ladies and gentlemen? It's the new Forza we've been asking for. It's in Japan.
Hey, Boom, are we supposed to be showing on stream right now? Just asking. I don't mind hiding if we are.
Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. I picked the wrong one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, folks. We're back. We were here. We were here the whole time. We were just hiding in the background. But yeah, so of course, Forza Horizon 6 being tip of spear, right? Gungrave Gore Blood Heat. That's coming out. I played the original one that came to Xbox. I very much enjoyed it. I'll definitely buy this game for sure. Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly remake looked really freaking good. I like horror. I know Will does. I know Fuzzy does. I know that Silent Cypher does. I know quite a few people that will play it. Those Fatal Frame games are scary. And if you are someone like me who likes to punish yourself by playing in the dark with headphones to get extra scared, seek help like me, because that's how I'm going to play that game. Now, this is an interesting one, Chat and Will. Monster Hunter Stories, the series. So the third one that's being released soon is coming to Xbox Game Pass, which I didn't see that happening, to be honest with you. And Monster Hunter Stories 1 and 2 is currently available to pre-order at a special price right now. I believe it's coming to Xbox November 14th. And Monster Hunter Stories 3 will be releasing on Xbox and in Xbox Game Pass in March of next year, which is pretty awesome. There was a pretty significant trailer for Ninja Gaiden 4. I thought looked excellent. I like the fact that they are listening to the fans. Now, maybe a lot of you guys and gals are going to play it on the easy mode because you want a challenge. I'm probably going to just play on normal like I would. But I like the fact that there's a choice there, because a lot of people get intimidated by these punishing Souls-like games. Now, granted, Ninja Gaiden 4 is more action, Devil May Cry oriented than Souls. But, if you've played all of the Ninja Gaiden series like I have, especially when you go back to the OG Xbox days, those games were punishing, man. And they crushed your soul. So I like the fact that they're going to give gamers who don't want to throw their controllers against a wall an opportunity to play the game and enjoy it at whatever speed that they enjoy it on. So Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake looked really good. I'm buying that. Although I don't know if I'm going to buy it on the Switch or I'm going to buy it on the Xbox. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely buying that. So now it has some new content that I thought looked really good. I mean, 007, I thought, after seeing it at State of Play, that it would be a marketing thing with PlayStation. Apparently it's not, because we got a chance to see First Light, and they showed Dr. Selena Tan, who is going to be in the game. By the actress's name is Gemma Chan. Hotel Barcelona looked super interesting, man. I'm that's a game I could definitely see playing. The Japan World Update for Flight Simulator. If you're a flight simulator guy, like many people are, it's like it's not a game for me. I know you're excited because, well, it's Japan. You can be able to fly around Japan. That's awesome. Um, so we had an update with Black Ops 7, and we talked about that, I believe, yesterday in the afternoon about it coming out. It has 24 operators to start, 18 maps to start, over 20 overkills, a score streak kills. It's going to be loaded. It's going to be loaded with content, dropping, in November. The beta is opening, and it's going to feature some Japan set multiplayer maps, which looks dope. And I believe it's the 5th through the 8th, the beta. I'm definitely getting into that. And then for me, the last one, which I thought was incredibly weird, super odd, but I can't wait to play it. Rhythm Doctor. It looked weird, man. But they got me on the hook for that one. Well, let's get your thoughts on TGS, man. What jumps off the page for you? What were some of your favorite picks?
Well, like you said, I like the fact in regards to games that we already knew coming, like Flight Sim. We pretty much had an idea it was coming. Of course, Black Ops. We all know that how they integrated the fact they're in Japan, so we're going to show you what these are in relation to Japan, where they have the maps for Black Ops, the airports or whatever for that. Of course, Forza being there. Like I said, I was talking to you in the green room. Like I said, one of the ones I've already downloaded since it was available today was the Terminal Brigade. I played it. I downloaded it, played a couple tutorial rounds. It crashed both times, so I think I'm going to wait about a week or so and see if they push some updates out and see if it actually works to give it a better chance to go. Like you, I'm also the retro guy, so of course, Double Dragon Revive. I'm getting.
Oh yes,
I've already ordered Mortal Kombat Legacy. I've already ordered. I've already got the Capcoms. I've got all the retro ones, and for those, I'm getting them on Switch because those aren't high intense graphics games. So that's really all you really need for it.
That's true. Fair point.
There was also one that I saw. What was it? Evil Bane looked like it was going to be a fun game.
Yeah, that looked really good as well. That's a really good pick.
And of course, the Amiibo or whatever that one game is, the one that I'm sure Nintendo will be buying suit for later on.
Oh, the one that kind of looked like Pokemon, except it looked like a little bit like it kind of looked like Final Fantasy and Pokemon. So it's funny. I thought the same thing.
Yeah, Amiibo is what it is. Yes. Like I said, Ninja Gaiden 4, I look forward to. I'm glad it's in Game Pass because I know with my old ass reflexes, I'm not going to be able to handle all the quick movements and button mashing on that thing.
Oh my goodness, that's great.
Age of Mythology also, like, that's the other one. They incorporated the Japanese mythology expansion into the game. So, all in all, it was a decent show. I'll take the breath out now. And they're going to hate me for it, but I actually like the PlayStation show a little better.
I mean, listen, brother, you're entitled to your opinion.
And the Fatal Frame remake too.
Yes, yeah, Fatal Frame and the second one, Butterfly, which looked, like I said, those are old school type of games, and they look stunning. Like the remakes look really freaking sharp. So I'll be buying those games. If they're not in Game Pass and they didn't say that they were, I'd be getting those. And anything else with the showcase that jumped off the page for you, game wise?
Of course, like I said, I briefly mentioned it. Forza Horizon, of course. If you're an Xbox guy, that's a game to look at. I'm not an old school Forza guy, but I'm on the fence. I actually prefer 4 to 5. But
okay.
So I'm not as familiar with 1 through 3. Have they ever done cityscapes like they're doing with Japan?
Well, no, not really. From what I understand, the cityscapes are being done using the thought process of how they made the tracks for the Hot Wheels. Yeah. I'm sure that it's both the Hot Wheels DLC from 3 and also the Hot Wheels DLC from 5. I mean, again, the big cityscapes. I don't really remember. I mean,
Like I said, I know like 5 had little towns and stuff, but they never had actual
towns, yes,
cities.
but big cityscapes, not really so much, man. At least I don't remember.
And
But yeah, I mean,
of course,
listen, it's this is going to be a Forza Horizon game at its core, but it's also going to be a bit different because you got to remember, like they were saying in the presser, there is a real big racing scene in Japan, and it's very drift based. You know what I'm saying? So
Forza
you know,
6, Tokyo Drift.
yeah,
So they better.
maybe
They should have a drift mode, of course, racing.
I would imagine they're going to. Yeah, I would imagine there's.
I think
the other one.
I think 4 and 5 had some drift racing too.
Yeah, I think I just hope that customization is going to be a big part of it. If you like I said, I don't really follow the scene, but I know about it. And you know the big thing with the Japanese racing scene is tricked out cars, and chrome and neon everywhere, elaborate paint jobs. I don't think it's really so much different outside of the drifting part. That's like it's a big draw for that audience. And listen, I'll say this, man. It's Playground Games and it's Turn 10 Studios, and they have not put out a bad game. You may not have been, oh wow, this game's 100 for me, 10 out of 10, yeah. But that doesn't mean that it wasn't they have not put out quality stuff. And
Obsidian 3 games Obsidian 3 games this year, Playground 2 games next year.
Yeah, crazy. The work that they're putting in is just insane. But yeah, I mean, listen again.
And happy birthday, by the way.
Oh, thank you, kind sir. Appreciate that very much. Speaking of birthdays, let me just catch up on some of these super chats, and we will move into the second topic of the show, folks. This one's a little pointed, and I got some thoughts and I got some theories as to what's going on with Mike Ybarra. And again,
I forgot. I do have a theory for Forza Horizon 5 too, by the way, or 6. I mean,
good.
It said that it'll launch on Xbox, PC, and PS5 down the highway. Play on words. I'm kind of picturing fall 2026 for 6 to come out on Xbox, summer 2027 for PlayStation. Because if you remember or know, Forza Horizon 4 was a 6-year game.
Yes.
So summer in 2027. That means if they follow that pattern, 5 should delist around winter 2027.
Yeah, I mean that's a definitely strong theory. Look,
just a guess.
No, it's a fair point.
Guys are going to come and say, "Well, he predicted this was what was going to happen." They'll come back 2 years later. He was wrong,
brother. I'm wrong all the time, and I'm still breathing, so it's fine. That's what happens with podcasting. You make opinions, and sometimes you're wrong, sometimes you're right, and even when you're right, you don't get apologies. So I know all about that. I should say. Helldivers too.
Well, I'm never right. I'm never right. According to something.
But you know what? Let me catch up on these super chats, and then we're going to get into the Mike Ybarra topic, which I think is, I just think it's dumb. I think his opinion on this thing is just is poor timing. I'll get into more details in a second, ladies and gentlemen. Sith Lord drops another very generous birthday super sticker. Thank you so much for that, Sith Lord. Super appreciate the generosity. That's very kind of you. Nightwolf 3186 drops a very generous $5 super chat. He says Need for Speed Underground 3 announced finally. Oh, sorry. I meant to say Forza Horizon 6. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Need for Speed, but I would love them to remake Most Wanted, the original one. And supposedly they were working on it. I don't know what happened, but thanks for being here, brother.
I want a Burnout Paradise remaster or remake.
Oh,
they remastered it already. I want a remake.
Yeah, that would be dope. Burnout.
Music licensing would be a must, though.
Yeah, I like Paradise, but I like Burnout 3 better, to be honest with you. Paradise was a little bit too big for me. I just think it was a great game. I like Paradise. It's in my top 10 racers of all time, but I prefer Burnout 3, to be honest with you. But Big Mad Mo in the chat, who's been a channel member for 41 months. Brother, that is very generous of you. Thank you so much for the support. He says, happy birthday, Boom. # Chief needs to retire. Hashtag Xbox better. Here's to many more. Brother, that's very kind of you. Thank you so much for the continued support and the very kind words. Frederick Williams drops another very generous $2 super chat. Frederick goes on to say, Dragon Quest Quest games are on Xbox Play Anywhere. Yeah, indeed. There were a lot of Play Anywhere games, and I think that's a great trend moving forward. Again, all of your Xbox games will eventually be playable on your handhelds. Not everything at launch, but I do think that you're starting to see a pattern where the more games that are announced, new games that are announced for Xbox, the more the Xbox Play Anywhere tags are going on almost all of them. But so, gentlemen, chats. Let me get. So, Forza Horizon 6 gets announced today, right? And it's a pretty big deal. It's a monster size deal. It's a celebration. It's something that should be celebrated. All Xbox fans are excited. You know why? Because Forza Horizon is the king of racers. Say what you want about some of the other racers out there, even as Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo, the last one, 7 banger numbers for PlayStation. It's probably upwards of 15 million copies sold. That's really good. A lot of people really like it. My nephew plays it when he's here. Fuzzy's still playing it to this day. Great series, but we got to call a spade. King of racers is Forza, and more specifically, Forza Horizon. Playground Games has been doing the gaming lord's work with this franchise, and whether it's sales or people played, when you can proclaim that Forza Horizon 5 has over 50 million players across Xbox, PC, and now PlayStation 5, that's something that you can really put a stake in the ground about. So, of course, everyone that plays that franchise is excited and was waiting for this announcement. We're all waiting and praying and hoping that not only would we get it next year like it was rumored, but it would be in a place that, one, they've never been to, and one, it's been heavily requested by the gaming community, i.e., freaking Forza's going to Japan. So I don't see where you can insert something, pause, and it'd be negative. Well, enters the room former twice employee of Microsoft, Mike Ybarra. Now, again, I'm going to be politically correct. I don't like being an a-hole, and I don't like being overly pointed for a conversation that's negative. But I saw this, and I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and that's going to be it. So, Mike Ybarra, millionaire Mike Ybarra, the same Mike Ybarra that wants an option to give devs more money when he likes a game. That Mike Ybarra, yes. The one that says that agrees with Sean Layden about Game Pass hurting the industry. The Mike Ybarra that says Xbox should pick a lane on whether they go a multi-plat or exclusive. Well, he's at it again, folks. So this is what he had to say on Twitter. He goes on to say this. There's no better racing game than Forza Horizon. Well, he's starting out with the truth. There is no better racer than Forza Horizon and its series. And he goes on to say this. Not sure why the expected delay launch on PlayStation. Just launch it everywhere at the same time. Continued confusing messaging in or out, not both. And then, of course, he puts in parentheses, I'll play on Steam, so I don't care, but let the studio make money. So I saw a couple of responses from some prominent people in the community, and one comes the way of John Clark of the Xbox Era podcast. Now, John is someone that I not only appreciate and respect highly, I consider him to be a friend. I've met him and his wife numerous times at different events, and he is a gentleman and a scholar. And he may not agree about the scholar part, but I will. I'll say that for him. John responds to this, and John normally is not a big, smoke kind of a guy. He says because they're not because they're not a fully multi-platform studio. And he goes on to say, like, how is this hard for you? Didn't you work in the industry? And he's not wrong, but I responded as well. And I want to kind of give you what I had to say. And of course, it's politically correct because I'm a gentleman when I want to be, an asshole when I can be, and I choose not to be an a-hole. So I respond to Mike Ybarra. I said, Mike Ybarra, I think at this point, Mike, it's clear you have deep personal issues with Xbox, and it shows. I think it's very easy to understand that both We Are Playground and Turn 10 Studios are not multi-plat studios, and unlike many of the PlayStation first-party ports, they're done by outside teams on old games and not brand new flagship IPs. Now, Will, you were actually responded by saying, yeah, now it's pretty much anything Xbox does. He has to find a way to put himself in the conversation. Just seems like he's craving attention. So this is where I got to get a little smoke. I kind of feel, Will, that this is like a ex-girlfriend syndrome situation. Like I almost want to hold up the Xbox doll and ask Mike where Xbox touched it. Where did they touch you on this doll? And we'll lock them right up. Because at every given opportunity, he interjects negative opinions. And I mean, listen, folks, on the surface of this, we can simply say, well, he's just jaded. He was, sent on his way from Xbox originally, landed on his dream job at Blizzard and became the president, and then, of course, Xbox and Microsoft buy Activision Blizzard King. And he was under the impression that he was going to stay on as the president. He was sent going. Now, granted, I don't know that unconfirmed authority, and I'm not going to suggest that I do, whether he was retired, like I said before, or he retired 2 different lanes. And I'm not going to pretend to know whether it's the left or the right. I don't know. I'll publicly say that. But for someone who is a multimillionaire, for someone that has a one-to-one ideology and understanding of the games industry, from game development through game shipping and advertising and studio work, this to me is ridiculous. Like, he understands the business. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he knows people at Turn 10. I'm sure he understands and knows people at Playground. Folks, they are an Xbox first-party studio, right? So they're going to make a game based on what? Xbox and PC. It's 2 platforms. Now, Playground has already said that they're going to be working to have the port for PlayStation 5 at some point, but for right now, it's releasing on Xbox and PC, which is their prime objective. So Mike pretending that he doesn't know this is either, I mean, to me, it's just embarrassing, and he's being facetious and not forthcoming because he understands the business. Well, I want to get your some additional thoughts on Mike Ybarra and his continued rampant assault on anything Xbox just for clout.
He said, "You lightly treaded on what my opinion was. I won't repeat that one in here."
No, but yeah, you have your own way of saying things.
Yeah, and it wasn't politically correct.
I mean, that's fine.
But I do disagree on one point you said. It wasn't bad timing. That's exactly the timing he wanted.
Okay, I mean that's I mean, I think it's bad timing because it's a celebration.
Well,
right.
that's why I'm saying that's what he wanted. It's a celebration, yeah, but they did this.
Yeah.
And my so he's, again, I won't downplay any of what he's done. He was the main guy at Bethesda for a long time, and he probably does know things are going on. Like with all these other former CEOs that are talking now, do they know what's going on now? I mean, they probably have an idea, and of course they'll probably know more than me. But do they talk to people who are there and say, "Well, I know all these people who don't like it." Okay, are they still there? Or are they not there? It's just like I say. Basically, it's the negative Xbox puts you in the news thing. That's the way a lot of these guys go. It used to be just the PS fanboy side doing it, but now a lot of the other people are now realize, hey, if I do it too, I'll get more traction from them. So I'll get the likes, I'll get the clicks. It's basically he's trying to remain in the conversation. Hey, Hardy, you get to be on screen with the wise man.
Hey, how's it going, man?
So yeah, I mean, I don't think you're wrong. I said Hargeet. Well, first of all, welcome, Hargeet. I didn't know if we were going to get you in. I know you said you were going to be somewhat busy today, so it's great to have you here. We are. We'll get your thoughts in a second about TGS. You know what your favorite picks, but we're specifically talking about the body shot that Mike Ybarra has thrown at Xbox once again. And if you didn't know, let me read it verbatim. So Mike Ybarra, because I know you don't do social media, instead of celebrating Forza Horizon 6 and its announcement in Japan, he writes, "There's no better racing game than Forza Horizon." So, okay, starting off on the right foot, great. He goes on to say, "Not sure why the expected delayed launch on PlayStation. Just launch it everywhere at the same time. Continued confusing messaging. In or out, not both." And then he puts in parentheses, "I'll play on Steam, so I don't care, but let the studios make money." So John Clark from Xbox Era. John responded to him in a pretty good way. He says, because they're not a fully multi-platform studio, like, how is this hard for you? Didn't you work in the industry? End quote. And I know I just read what I had to say, and it's in line with what John had to say. It's just one of those things where instead of just simply saying, "Hey, congratulations to Playground Games and Turn 10 for announcing, the dream of going to Japan. Yay, we're here." He's got to be a D. And this is a $1 million man that when he left willingly or forcibly from Blizzard when Xbox and Microsoft took over, he made a lot of money on his way out the door. So to me, this is a grown man, a millionaire, multi-millionaire, and at every turn, Hargeet, he just does it, foot and mouth syndrome. I don't know. Any thoughts?
I mean, this is just sad. Like, I don't know why there has to be this animosity. Like, it's one thing to have console war stupidity. Fine, right? That's from the fan side. He's on the industry side, and he's worked at Microsoft multiple times.
Yes.
Like, why? Just why? You don't even see this kind of stuff from like current like CEOs of other platforms. They're just like, "Congratulations for your show, congratulations on your game," and that's it. Right. You don't need to go beyond that. What happens when these guys leave and they suddenly decide they have to like be jackasses? I just don't get it. Like, come on, you're supposed to be like stewards of the industry. Do you know, like, what is this? Like, it is the comment fair in some ways? Maybe it's more just maybe they don't have time to get it done for all of it. Maybe that wasn't in the cards when they were making the game. Maybe in the future they will have it everywhere. I don't necessarily care one way or the other. Maybe it is really what Matt Booty said. It's launch exclusives. Maybe they're just honoring that. It's launch exclusives. Unless there's like a specific association, like say Outer Worlds 2. You already had Outer Worlds 1. Fine. We'll give you 2 at the same day, right? Fine. Makes sense. Fine. Right? Oblivion, it's already been on the platform. We'll give you the remaster same day. Fine. Right? You had Doom 1 and 2. We'll give you the third one. Okay, fine. Maybe there's just a rhyme or reason. Why didn't Avowed go day and date? Obsidian has put games on PlayStation for like ever. They could have easily done that. They didn't. Maybe they're just saying, no, we really are doing launch exclusives. It's just on a case by case. We'll decide this makes sense to go now. Right? Fair enough. Right? So why do we have to question? Like, why is that the focus and not, oh, you had a showcase. Cool. You showed us games. Cool.
Yeah.
What? The negativity just is so ridiculous these days. Like, come on. Why?
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, you could have said, okay, I didn't like this in the showcase. I didn't like that in the showcase. Or, hey, this was cool and that wasn't. Okay, fine. Right? Even there, it's kind of cheesy, but why go down this path? This is just scorn lover baloney. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
Again, Hargeet saying lightly what I put bluntly.
Yeah, I mean, fair points all around. But Hargeet, did you get a chance to catch up with the Tokyo Game Show presentation?
I watched it live. I watched it live.
Good. So, yeah, I mean, I watched it live as well.
Yeah, I thought it was it was okay. So there's always, you have to look at it from two perspectives. First, this was not for us. This was for Asia.
Yes.
So keep that in mind. Like, okay, it was Asia game heavy. Fair enough. So I'm okay. What's the big now? Obviously, they had Forza Horizon with a little teaser, which leaked ahead of time by Xbox themselves. Stupid, but okay, fine, whatever. So, hey, we got that announcement. It's in Japan. That's a big deal. That's a big game. There were other games that were pretty cool, right? So it was an okay show. I still don't think it was a great show, or maybe my expectations of Xbox are so high now. I just expect more. So I'd say, to me, it was like a 6.5. But, others may feel it was better. Fair enough. That Forza announcement, I wanted more. And what was really, really disappointing, no price. Where's my ROG Ally price? I still don't have it. So I don't know. I haven't been on social media. Right? So I'm not on social media. Right? So I don't know if they've done something afterwards.
They did.
Right?
And
so,
that's actually going to be the next topic we're going to get into, because I do have smoke for them for that.
Okay.
But yes.
So I have not seen the price in that showcase. And I'm like,
no
what
price
is going
yet.
on?
No price. But the pre-order is confirmed to be dropping and going live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time
Today.
Today.
Okay. Honestly, I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure if even the pre-orders will start tonight. It just says pre-order and pricing info, so they may say pre-orders start tomorrow at 6 a.m. or next week or something.
No, I'd
like to see it start tonight.
Hold on a sec. Somebody had dropped an article. I'm pretty sure it was Tom Warren.
The Tom Warren thing you sent me said pre-order and pricing info.
Yeah. It says here, Xbox Ally pricing and pre-order info coming today. Asus has started teasing that pre-orders are, quote, dropping soon, with a countdown that ends at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific today. That's what Tom Warren had to say of The Verge.
Okay.
Yeah, but it doesn't specifically say that they start tonight. I think they will too, but like I said, they could say, okay, it's 8 o'clock tonight, but we're going to start pre-orders tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Give everybody a fresh chance.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be. I mean, but, at this point, that would be kind of shooting yourself in the foot. You mean, you want people to buy these things? People have been waiting.
So
and they haven't done that so far.
Sorry, guys. So based on that, I'm gonna guess the prices are gonna be bad. Because if they were something that was good, they would have had them in the showcase.
Yeah.
Right.
You want me to bring up what I said earlier, Boom, in the green room?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if you know. Like I said, I don't know if you watch him, Hargeet. There's a streamer. He's called X1 the Gamer. He had a post. He had a video yesterday or the day before. It showed ad from Argos or something like that. I think that's a UK based store.
Yep.
It had ad. It said Xbox ROG Ally, £499.
Right.
But the picture showed a picture of the current ROG Ally X. So take that for what it is. So it may be, may not be. Like I say, I'm expecting no change in price of what they said before.
Yeah, and again, like at UK, like the pound should still be more valuable than the dollar, and they also have a VAT, right? But anyway, so there's things to take into account there, but we shall see. We shall see. Not having it in the showcase tells me it's going to be pricey. So
I mean, again,
Just
for
my
me
thought.
personally, and we'll segue into that. We'll get everybody out of here by 1 because again, I'm running out of steam, folks. It's my 4th live stream in 2 days, and I'm running out of gas. But I do want to cover as much as I can. The smoke I have for Xbox is not that the Forza Horizon announcement wasn't great. It's everything I could have wanted. They're in Japan. I cannot wait. Um, there were a lot of games at that showcase that are for me. I went over a list of games. Double Dragon for me jumps right off the page. Yes, please. Fatal Frame 1 and 2. Yes. There were quite a few others. But when you have the world's eyes on your stage, this is an opportunity to give because when Sarah comes up and she starts talking about it, I'm like, okay, here we go. We're getting price, we're getting pre-orders. I expected her to go out and say, pre-orders later today or pre-orders right now, because people like myself want to buy it. I went to Best Buy, the website, to see if there's anything going, and they do have both of them listed just with no price. And it says, click on this for more information and click this button if you want to be notified. Interestingly enough, the S model, which is the white model, the more the less expensive one, has a tag on it that says highly requested. Where the big boy, which is probably going to be $1,000, does not, and there's a reason for that. It could be $1,000. I don't know who's racing out to spend $1,000. I'm going to buy it, but I'm not taking $1,000 out of my pocket right now. I'm going to put on my Best Buy card. But I'll go first to Will. I think this is a missed opportunity, and I don't know who's responsible. You got to remember, they're partnered with ASUS. So everything that they do is probably a, agreed upon move, right? But we also have to understand that ASUS is producing these things. So by all accounts, it's an ASUS product that has a team up with Xbox. So ASUS is probably making the decisions on when to put up pre-orders, when to announce things. I just think that if you're partnered with someone and you really want to get like maximum viewage on what could be one of the biggest pre-order items of the year outside of the Switch 2, you put it on the stage where everyone is watching. And that didn't happen. And as a matter of fact, this is where you get that confusion comment. Like this, we were supposed to get this information weeks ago, and it got delayed. And then what wound up happening last week that kind of set the industry on fire is they raised the prices of the Xbox. So now, of course, we all thought, oh shit, if they're raising the price of the old Xbox from 5 years ago, this stuff is getting raised too. And we're all sitting here waiting. And I would have thought that this would have been the event to have that conversation. Well, it didn't happen. Are you disappointed?
Yeah, I am. But as usual, I'm not surprised. Like I said, we've all said before, their marketing seems to be on the back burner on a lot of things. So somebody said something the other day that actually caught my attention. It's like, that's a possibility, I guess. They increase the price of the consoles, but then the handhelds come out to a close or similar price to the consoles and start pushing people towards those.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I got up early like you. I wanted to see pricing and pre-order info. It didn't happen. So as soon as she got done talking, I turned it off and I said, I'll watch the rest later. But
yeah, I mean, again,
like
that's a good point of view.
Yeah. It's just the thing. You say it's a bit disappointed, but not surprised. As I said, they have a habit of doing this.
Yeah, no doubt. Hargeet, before we get everyone out of here, catch up on super chats. Let me get your thoughts on this. Do you think honestly this is a missed opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, like people have their eyes on you at that point. They really should have had that done. It's not even just for us, but it's a global a thing. A lot of people around the world are waiting for this. So it's like, come on, just like put out the freaking information at this point. I don't know what the delay is. I don't like why like a half a day later. Why not just put it out during the showcase? I'm not sure what the thought was there, but maybe they couldn't fit the video of it in, while they were making the video and they were still figuring out the price. I don't know, but it just seems kind of weird that isn't something they could have just had in there. Even just a graphic, right? To just say, hey, we'll just throw this graphic in at the last minute, right, into the video. Like, how is that not something they could have? I don't know. That just seems very odd to me. I think they should have had it there. Now the eyes aren't there. Now there's this outside thing. Like, I would have never known, right? I watched the showcase because that's what I'm expecting. That's where they're going to tell me, right? You tell me that, hey, there's this outside thing, probably some social media post that, hey, it's going to be at 8:00. Okay, well, okay. How was I supposed to know that? So, I kind of am disappointed that is the, the way they're going to do it, right? And, I don't know where they're putting these things, whether it's on their website or it's the Twitter or Blue Sky, but there are people that are going to be on other things. And it's like, there's people who are not going to be on it at all. And you need to just you have a showcase. That's why you have showcase. So just put it out there. Why the heck wasn't it in the showcase? Or at least in the showcase, then say, tune in over here at this time and we will tell you about it. That could have also been done, right? No. So I think that was a fail. That's definitely part of the reason why my score is low, is like, hey, that was something I specifically wanted and you didn't give it to me. Like, this is getting ridiculous at this point. Just freaking tell us.
Well, gentlemen, I got some breaking news because of, let's see, let me bring it up. Hold on a second. Tom Warren, once again, breaking some news stories. So he just put this out moments ago, and it says Xbox Ally X priced in the UK at €7.99, according to an email from UK retailer
pounds,
Currys.
right?
Pounds, it'd be pounds, not euros.
Yeah, pounds, yeah.
UK retailer Currys to customers that got the email, and he has literally the email with the picture. It says the time has come. The ROG Xbox Ally and Ally X are now both available for pre-order from Currys. Wishlist stocks, while stocks last. Let's go. Which will you choose? The Asus ROG Xbox Ally, which of course is the little one. It has 499 pounds. If you scroll right down to where it says the Asus ROG Xbox Ally X, it says 799 pounds. So I did the conversion, and I'm here to tell you folks, if you convert that to US dollars, it is the big boy $1,066.35. So Hargeet might actually be onto something here, where it is maybe the reason why they did not put it at the showcase and been very hesitant to talk about it is because of the pricing. I don't know if that is going to be the case. Again, we'll have to see. Apparently 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll all be talking about this. And again, whatever the price is going to be, folks, we're going to get into. Did you hear what I had to say, Hargeet, about the?
And but that's, remember, they have a VAT. I think it's around 20%.
Yes.
So that includes that.
The tax. Yes.
And then so it's generally they try to keep the price similar. So if it's 800 pounds, it's probably going to be $800. But we will see. We will see what that comes out to.
Well, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know about you. I have an alarm on my phone, and I got my Google alerts ready to go at 7:55 to go buy this thing because, yes, I want the big boy. And hopefully I can get it. I don't think there's going to be a run on the big one because of the price. Maybe the little one, potentially. But I think everyone's going to have it. And
so Best Buy has that one as a high-demand product as well.
Yes, they do.
The top one. So,
do they really? Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right. So there you go.
Yeah.
Best Buy card
well.
holders go right to the front of the line, from what I understand. So yes, I'm going to be using my status quo. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, let me catch up on super chats. We're going to get everyone out of here, and I'm going to go take it easy for the rest of the day. Maybe even get some gaming in would be nice. But we have here
King Styles in the chat. Actually, hold on a second. We got a couple more. Be Nice in the chat drops a very generous $2 super chat. He goes on to say, happy birthday. Thank you for the great work and takes. Oh, thanks, brother. That's very kind of you to say. Thank you for the birthday wishes and, of course, the kind words. Brett Bingham drops a very generous $5 super chat. Brett goes on to say, I wish Mike Ybarra could be fired a third time by Microsoft. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, I mean, that guy is just, man, go spend your millions, bro. Like, go take up golfing or skydiving or learn to fly a plane in real life. Do something with all that money. But I guess he's bored. Millionaires usually are. King Styles in the chat, who's been a channel member for over a year. So King Styles, thank you, brother. That is very kind of you for the support. He says, happy birthday, Boom. Hope your day is filled with fun and great memories. You deserve the best, sir. So enjoy your day, brother. That's incredibly kind of you to say. Thank you so much. Yeah, I am going to just hang out for the rest of the day. We have family coming over all weekend, so it's going to be a really fun weekend. I don't know how much gaming I'm going to get in, but, it's always great to catch up with family. We also have here Brett Bingham drops an additional very generous $5 super chat. He goes on to say, Mike is proving why he was let go twice by Microsoft. He's not considerate and can't keep his mouth shut. I mean, ultimately, I heard some things behind the scenes, and I won't repeat them. But yeah, he's just be quiet. Listen, my pops used to say this to me all the time. Craig, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing. Don't say it at all. I mean, that's grade school shit right there. Obviously he's scorned in some way or another, and like I said, him like Layden, just shot after shot after shot, and I'm like, bro, guys,
I'm surprised Layden didn't show up.
I mean, yeah, I'm very surprised. He's usually following Mike and riding his coattails, and I like I said, I outside of these guys being complete jackasses, I don't really have anything negative to say. But I mean, Jesus Christmas, man, get a grip. You don't work for the companies anymore. Okay, figure it out. Get a new job. What can I tell you? Lastly, or actually, we got two more. We have Joe Dunmore. Congratulations on reaching level 55. Enjoy. Yeah, that brother. Thank you very kindly for the generosity and the kind words, Joe.
Which brings up a new question, Boom.
Yes.
Since you're level 55, will you be prestiging?
I hope so. I mean, based on my clean bill of health from the 9/11 folks, yeah, I think I'm going to be prestiging for sure. But we have two more super chats. We have here King Webb. Salute to you, kind sir. Thanks for being here. King Webb and I talk almost all the time. He drops a very generous $2 super chat. He says, happy birthday, Boom. Or HBD Boom. Evil Bane was my favorite at the show. That looked really good, dude. Yeah, that looked really, really solid. Like I said, I really liked what I saw. And I know a lot of the games aren't going to hit with everyone because they're region-based. But I always appreciated those games. I imported a lot of them on the PlayStation and Dreamcast way back in the days. So I'm going to probably buy most of those games. Lastly, Web Dave. Hey, Web Dave, great to see you here, brother. Salute to you. He drops a very generous $2 super chat and says, happy birthday, Boom. Love you, bro. Love you too as well, Dave. Thank you for the kind words and the generosity as always. But we also have Hargeet, brother. That is just crazy. Hargeet Chani, panel member Hargeet Chani, not only today but yesterday, drops a $100 super chat, bro. That is way too generous.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, dude. That's very kind of you. I really appreciate it. And Whole Grain Bread drops a very generous $2 super chat. He says, happy birthday, Boom. Have a great day. And you know what? I appreciate that. I'm actually going to just chill for the rest of the day. But real quick, tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, of course, the opening salvo will be how much this thing was, if the pre-orders went live, who got it, who didn't, and of course, that is tomorrow morning's Breakfast with Boom opening salvo. And if you want to win a prize, one of 10, we're giving away two $50 gift cards and 8 $25 gift cards. And all you got to do, folks, to win is be in the chat. Yes, they're all Xbox gift cards. So if you win, and you're not an Xbox guy, girl, give it to your friends or something. Yeah, we were able to get our hands on 10 of them, $250, 8 $25 gift cards, all digital. We don't have to mail anything out to anyone this time. It's all digital. If you're outside of the US and you win, we will oblige you and send the money via PayPal. So everybody is a winner if the picks your name. And all you have to do, folks, is be in the live chat. Be in the live chat. Put the hashtag in. If you win and we call you, we'll get that prize out to you over the weekend. And it's one of 10 prizes. And the reason why we can do that is because of the generosity of the amazing people here. We would love to give more away, but the world is the world, folks. And unfortunately, we had to kind of scale back this year because, well, everything is so expensive. So we still want to do the giveaways, and we will continue to do them. They're just not going to be as much because we honestly can't afford it, especially because we're saving for our first home. And right now, and we're on a holding pattern with that because the prices here in the U.S. for homes is just it's nerve-wracking to want to get invest in something because you don't know if you're getting a money pit or not. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. But we are going to continue to do the giveaways, even some of the rando ones where we just show up with $100 worth of gift cards. Hey, if you won, congratulations. And we can't do that, ladies and gentlemen, without you and the generosity. We also have whole grain bread. I think I read it, but I'm not. He drops a very generous $2 super chat and says, "Happy birthday, Boom. Have a good day. Thank you, kind sir. Splendiferous. Great to see you here, dude." Drops a very generous $2 super chat and says, "Happy born day, Boom." Thank you so much for that. So listen, let's get everyone out of here. We'll start first with Will the Broke Boy Insider. You actually put out a unboxing video of the Fallen Feathers controller, which looks really freaking good. And there it is, folks. Yeah, it's a nice, sharp-looking controller. Where can people follow you on social media and potentially steal your points, brother?
I was excited when you said it was just me and you today. I was like, hey, nobody else can steal them.
Yeah. Well, Hargy normally doesn't steal your points, so that's good.
I don't think he has. Like I said, but I've actually been honored. Sometimes I've had Paris steal my points a couple times. So
yes, Paris is known to do that.
Let me pull up Fuzzy. Paris.
Well, I don't know. Did he go to Japan?
I don't know
if he did. I don't think he did. I missed him in New York though. I did miss him, which I would love to catch up with him. But where can people follow you on the socials, brother?
Yeah, my YouTube channel. It's the Broke Boy. I've dropped it. I've dropped all the Do UK Now, the Broke Boy Insider. That seems to be too long for people to handle it. So
yes.
See, Money kept getting tongue tied every time he tried to say it. But yeah, I did the unboxing video. That's actually the first one of I've done a couple like walking tour videos of places I've been in DC and stuff like that. But that's
cool, man.
Somewhat gaming video I've ever did.
Oh, drop the link. Drop the link into the chat so people can subscribe, brother. I mean that's what it's all about. Is getting your name out there. Real quick. Yeah. No. Continue.
No, I was gonna say you're gonna add something. So go ahead.
Yeah, just again, drop your links into the chat. I'll put them into the show notes. We'll get your YouTube channel up and running so we can get people to subscribe and of course follow you on the socials. Before we bring in Hargeet and get his information, Splendiferous drops an additional very generous $2 super chat and says, "Us September people are just so great." And I agree with that. He says his birthday is on the 27th, so happy birthday to you, kind sir. Yeah, so that's right. You're having a Saturday birthday. Look at you. That's freaking awesome, bro. That's what I'm talking about. So enjoy yourself, and thanks again for the generosity. Harkeet, brother, you have a YouTube channel, and I would love more people to go to it because you do put out great content. Besides being on everyone else's show and giving your masterful opinion on the gaming space, but you also wrote a book called Emergence, ladies and gentlemen. I know I talk about it all the time, but again, this is how many people can you say wrote a book? I don't know many of them. Well, I know at least one, and he did write a science fiction novel called Emergence, and it is very Mass Effect-like. So if you like Mass Effect, you might want to check out the book. Sell the brand, brother.
Yeah, so the book is shop.chiny.us. Check it out. My channel is HargeetChiny1 on YouTube. Check that out. And then we'll be on hopefully tomorrow with C-Money and Doodle. They were up in the morning too, checking this out. But yeah, so I'll hopefully be on with them tomorrow, 8 p.m. ish US Eastern time, and then with Fonz on Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, and then with Web Dave at 7 p.m. US Eastern time on his channel. We'll be back next week. We'll probably go over all the stuff that's actually been announced. I'm sure there's gonna be more. We didn't get the Sega announcements. I didn't see anything yet. So
Me either, dude. I don't know.
Still looking forward to that.
Yes, yes. I don't know what the deal is. There's 4 games confirmed that they're announcing.
Yeah.
So again, folks, whatever gets announced after this show ends, tune in tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, to win one of 10 prizes, but also get some information about the Tokyo Game Show. And of course, we're going to be talking about the ROG Ally, its price, if it's ridiculous, if it's not. Did you get yours? Did you get pissed off? Did you get bumped off? We're gonna break all of that down. But of course, a big thank you once again to all of the super chats. Of course, Hargeet Chani, thank you for the generosity. Mrs. Boom and I do greatly appreciate all of the super chats, and I appreciate, me personally, all of the very kind words and birthday wishes, because again, you know, I say this again, this is a super old man thing to say, folks. I say it to when people are like, yeah, how's your day going, Boom? Or Craig, how's your day going? I got up today. The rest of the day is a bonus. And I know that's a super old man thing to say, but at the same time, I know a lot of people, especially in my former line of work, that either are no longer here or are currently sick. So yesterday, for me, my birthday present of choice was hearing that I go for my 9/11 physical and they find nothing. And not only that, I'm more healthier than I was last year. I lost weight. I'm more lean. I'm in the gym. I'm feeling good. That's the best birthday present I could get. And clean bill of health is exactly what I was hoping for, and I got it in spades. So I'm very happy about that. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for checking out today's show. Thank you so much for checking out all of the live content, 4 live shows in the last 2 days. And we're going to end it off tomorrow with Breakfast at Boom. And we're having a big giveaway, which I'm very excited about. And, of course, I'm going to close out the show with something that's incredibly important to me. Yes, sir.
Did you want me to throw my Twitter in there too or not?
Yeah, absolutely. Throw it into the chat. Sure.
I tried to. It denied it. So
that's I got to make you a mod. That's probably what it is. Don't worry about that. I'll throw it in. I'll throw it into the show notes.
Right,
but
that's fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to close out the show with something that's incredibly important to me. Hopefully one day it'll be important to you. And that's something that my dad told us when we were kids. And he would say, Craig, treat others how you want to be treated. And also, it doesn't cost anything to be nice. You live by those rules, son. I can guarantee you, you're going to have an awesome day. So take care, everyone. And we'll see you next week on the newest episode of X Vlog Live. I'm